one of the student in the previous class. Okay, so how to represent the graphs and how to find the solution of two graphs as given to you. Okay, so we will be seeing this topic today. Okay, so the graphical representation. In the topic of graphs, we will see how to find the solution of two of a equation which is given to you. First of all, let us understand that if x equal to 0 or y equal to 0, what will be the graphs of that? Okay, let us understand the basic things first. Okay, so for this you can see, for x equal to 0, you can simply just draw the x-axis and y-axis like this. Okay, here this is the origin, right? And across this line you can see there are various points. Okay, there are various points on this line. And what are those points? Let us say this point, this point, this point, all these lines, and on all these points, what is the value of x? The value of x will change. Okay, but at all these points, y is equal to 0. Here y is equal to 0, here also y equal to 0, here also y equal to 0. So this line, the x-axis has the equation. This is the representation of y equal to 0, right? Because you can see at all the points the value of y is always 0, and this is the origin, and this is the x, this is the x-axis. Okay, this is x and this is y. For x-axis the equation is y equal to 0. Similarly, for the points which are represented on the y-axis, all these points, maybe this one, this one, this one, or any points. Okay, on all these points we have the different values of y, but the values of x will be same at this, at this, at this, at this, because all are lying over here and the value of x is equal to 0, right? So for the y-axis, the for the y-axis we can say the equation of the y-axis is x is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the representation for y equal to 0 and x equal to 0. Why it's x equal to 0 and why it's y equal to 0, you understand it, right? Because at all the points on y, the value of x is always 0. That's why this is the y-axis is the representation of x equal to 0, and y equal to 0 is the representation of x-axis, right? Now let us take some questions. The area of the triangle formed by the line x by a plus y by b is equal to 1 with the coordinate axis is what? So the question in front of us is that the area we need to calculate by the coordinate axis. Coordinate axis means this x-axis and y-axis, and the third line which is formed by x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, right? So to find the area under the triangle with the coordinate axis, let us draw the graph first. So when you draw the graph, you can see the coordinate axis means this one, the x-axis and the y-axis, and the representation of x by a plus y by b equal to 1. So I am drawing it as it is. I am not drawing as per the scale, but if you want to draw, let us see how to draw it. If x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, then you can make a table. Then what are the values of x which will be forming for the corresponding values of y, right? So here, since x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, So for x equal to 0, try to use 0 as one of the values, because 0 makes the simplification easy, makes your calculations easier. When x equal to 0, here you can put x equal to 0, then this term will be 0, right? This term will be finished, and we have y by b equal to 1. So this will give you the value of y as equal to b. So for x equal to 0, the value of y is b, right? Similarly, for, let us take another value. In this time, take the value of y as equal to 0, right? If you take y as equal to 0, then in this time, this term will be equal to 0, and we have x by a is equal to 1. So this will give you the value of x as a, right? A. So we have two coordinates with us. What are those? One is 0b, and another is a0, right? a0. These are the two coordinates we have for this line, x by a plus y by b is equal to 1 for this line, right? So what we will do, we will simply plot these coordinates into the xy plane, right? Here x equal to 0 will be this point. Here we have x equal to 0, this is the origin. And for y equal to b, this will be lying somewhere over here, right? So we can say that 0b can be plotted somewhere over here. Let us say this point as p, right? Similarly, a0 is the second point. You can see the value of x is a, abscissa, the first, the x coordinate is a. That means on the x-axis, let us say there is a point here whose value is represented by q, and the value of x on the x coordinate, the value is a, right? This is a. And the value of y over here is, you can see, as we discussed earlier, y over here is 0. So this is the plot for a0, q, I mean to say q, right? This is q and this is p. Now you can simply connect this line, right? In the question, it has been asked to find the area of the triangle with this line and the coordinate axis, that means x-axis and y-axis. So now we are going to find the area of this triangle. Because why this triangle? Because the coordinate axis, you can see x-axis is making a boundary from with a x-axis, and y-axis is making a boundary from left hand side. So that's why with these three lines, which three lines? Here y equal to 0, x equal to 0, and this one x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. This triangle is formed, and area of this triangle we need to calculate. So area of this triangle need to be calculated. So to calculate this, so to calculate the area of this triangle, this has been asked to calculate the area of the triangle. You can see this is a right angle triangle, right? Why? Because here it's a 90 degree. You know, the x-axis and y-axis intersect each other at origin, and it's a 90 degree, right? So the area of the triangle will be area of the triangle. Which triangle? If this is origin, POQ. Area of the triangle POQ is half into base into height. What is base? Half into base into height. And what is the value of base? Base over here is, you can see, it's still A. So this is nothing but from here to here, it's A, right? So just write in place of base A, right? And in place of base A, and what will the value of height? Height will be this one. And you can see the y-axis, the coordinate of y on y-axis is B. So this is equal to nothing but B, right? So half into A into the height B, right? So this will give you area of the triangle POQ as AB by 2, right? AB by 2 is the area of the triangle POQ, this triangle. So I am writing it. The area of this triangle is AB by 2. So this is the answer, right? Now students, we'll take another question. Let us take to find the area of the triangle formed by the lines y equal to x, x equal to 6 and y equal to 0, right? So we have the three equations with us. One is x equal to 0, sorry, y equal to x, y equal to x, and the another one is x equal to 6, and the third one is y equal to 0. Why we need three equations? 1, 2, 3. Why we need three equations? We need three equations because for forming any triangle, we need three lines, right? 1, 2, 3. So this will be formed, one of the side is formed by one of the equation. So that's why 1, 2 and 3, and these three will be these three equations, right? So to find the area of triangle formed by what? By these three equations, by equation 1, 2, 3. How to find it? As we did earlier, let us plot it into the number line. Okay. If this is y-axis, let me shift it. If this is y-axis and this is x-axis, right? Then here you can see y equal to x. So out of these three, first plot y equal to x. So y equal to x can be plotted as, let us draw it. For equation number 1, y equal to x. So what are the different values? Let us take at least two values. When y equal to 0, y equal to x gives, this will be plot for y equal to x. When y equal to 0, x will also be equal to 0 because y is equal to x. And when y is equal to 1, x equal to 1. When y equal to 2, x equal to 2. So this will satisfy this equation, y equal to x, right? So that means if these are the points, let us say this is 1, this is 2. Similarly here also it's 1 is 2 on the y-axis, right? Then what we will do, you can see, just see the different values. For 0 0 this will be the point, right? For 1 1 this is for 1, they're intersecting over here at this point. Similarly for 2, they're intersecting somewhere over here. So you can just simply connect these two lines. So when you connect these two lines, this will be the plot for y equal to x. This will be the plot for y equal to x. In this way, we have covered this, right? We have plotted this, right? Hi Joy, the cat. Very good morning. Good day. This is not algebra. This is basically we are seeing the representation of linear equations on graphically and finding the solutions and trying to find out the solutions graphically, right? Hi, good morning, dear. So I'm saying that to find the area of the triangle, we need at least 3 lines, because for any triangle we need 3 lines, and all these 3 lines were made by, all these 3 lines will have some certain linear equations, right? Either in one variable or two variable, right? So with these 3 lines we need to plot it graphically, and we will be going to find out the area of the triangle form, right? So here we represented y equal to x over here into the graph, right? And another equation, that is x equal to 6. Let us draw that. For x equal to 6, what we can see, for x equal to 6, just plot it. Y and x. For x equal to 6, you can see, let us, I am not drawing it as per a scale. For x equal to 6, you can see x equal to 6 is a line which will be parallel to the y-axis, because at all this point this will be for x equal to 6. Why I am showing you? Don't worry, don't worry, don't be panic. Okay, I am explaining. So x equal to 6, that means here you can see at this point, what is the value of x? 6 here, 6 here, 6. So all across this is 6, and here I am saying it, for x equal to 6, y is anything, it varies. So this is the representation of x equal to 6, right? As earlier we did for x equal to 0. So this will be a line parallel to the y-axis, right? So this will be intersecting somewhere over here, let us say at this point, right? So in this way represented x equal to 6 over here. This is x equal to 6, right? Now what is the third line with us? The third line is y equal to 0. So let us represent it. Y equal to 0, here on all these points, is the value of y equal to 0? No, this is for x equal to 0. For y equal to 0, this will be x-axis, because at all these points, at any point over here, you can see y equal to 0, y equal to 0, y equal to 0, because you can see intersection happening at origin only, right? So that's why in this way we have plotted y equal to 0, the third line. This is the third line, this one. And now you can see, with this red line, this green dotted line, and this red line, we formed a triangle, right? And this will be the triangle which is formed. Right? Now we need to find the area of this triangle. So to find the area of this triangle, what we will do, you know the formula, area of a triangle is calculated by half into base into height, right? We will be simply using that formula, right? So area of the triangle will be is equal to half into base into height. What is the base over here? You can see at x equal to 6, the here this is standing perpendicular to the x-axis and parallel to the y-axis. So we can say that this angle is 90 degree. This angle is nothing but 90 degree. If this angle is 90 degree, that means this triangle's internal angle is also 90 degree, because it's a straight line, right? So anyway, now to find the area of this triangle, the base will be the length till this. And what is the value of this? You can see this is x equal to 6. So this is making one of the boundary. This is making the limitation. This is the limit. So that is, you can see x is equal to 6 till here. So the length of this section is nothing but 6. The length of this section is nothing but 6, right? So in place of base, just write, let me shift a little. In place of base, just write 6. And what will be the height? This is the height. So here we are not knowing at which point it is colliding, right? So for x equal to 6, and this is the equation for y equal to x, right? So what we will do, we will simply solve these two equations, this equation and this equation. How we will be solving it? Because y equal to x is going over here and x equal to 6 going over here, and both are intersecting at this point. That means at this point both the equations should be satisfied. So if y equal to x, that means when we put the value of x equal to 6 over here, then we get the value of y as equal to 6. So this is at this point it confirms that y is also, the coordinates of xy will be nothing but 6 and 6. Here I'm saying here, right? So that means the value of this section is 6. This one, the standing one, right? 6. So this will give you 36 by 2, which is coming as 18 square units. 18 square units. So 18 square units is the area of this graph. So area of this graph is coming as 18, which is your answer. So area is calculated as 18. So hi Joy, I think you understand the solution. Should we take more questions? Because we are on 23 minutes as of now. If you want, I can take another question. Right? Should I? Okay. No problem. So let me take the area of the triangle formed by the lines. We have already covered it, right? If you want me to take more, let us take another one. Okay. So the area of the triangle formed by the lines x equal to 3, y equal to 4 and x equal to y, right? There are three equations with us. Into the another question, there are three equations with us. X equal to 3, y equal to 4 and x equal to y. As I said earlier, to form a triangle we need 3 sides. So that's why we have 3 equations. 1, 2, 3. So to represent it simply. It's very simple, so that's why I'm not making a table. So just plot the coordinate axis. This is x, this is y, this is origin, right? So here you can see x equal to 3. So let us say at this point x is equal to 3. So at this point x equal to 3, that means the equation, the plot can be made like this, parallel to y-axis, and on all this point we have x is equal to 3, right? Similarly you can see y equal to 4. So let us say 4 is here, this is 4, and all this point y is always equal to 4. So this is the representation of y equal to 4, right? Because the value of it will be going parallel to the x-axis. Okay, so the value of x is not finite for this. So that's why this is a point of intersection first of all. So this will be breaking one of the vertex of the given triangle whose area we are going to calculate. We are going to calculate the area of the triangle formed, right? So here this is one of the vertex, this is one of the vertex, it can be anywhere on this line. Okay, let us see. So the third line is x equal to y. X equal to y, that means we need to see it here, x equal to y. So it will be like this. Why like this? Because here you can see x and y both are 0 origin. At this point maybe x is 1 and y is also 1, and at this point with this solution we get x equal to 3, because this is the line which is drawing parallel to the y-axis. This is for x equal to 3. So x will be coming as 3 and y will be coming as 3. You can simply put the value over here. If x equal to 3, if this value is put into the equation x equal to y, we get the value of y as also equal to 3, right? So that's why both these lines will intersect at here 3 3. The coordinates of the intersection point will be 3 3. So this will be the vertex of one of the vertex, not this one, right? 3 3. Now to find from one side, this is the boundary, this is the boundary. So here it's locked, from this side it's locked, and this is the lock from this side by the representation of x equal to y. So this is second side of the triangle, one side is done, second side is done. For the third side you can see y equal to 4, y equal to 4. So y equal to 4 is this one, right? Y equal to 4, representation of y equal to 4 is this one, right? So with this we are going to form the triangle. So this will be just, you can see, intersecting over here somewhere, right? So on this point we have 4 and 4 as the coordinates, right? Because x equal to y. So this blue line represents x equal to y, this one, and y equal to 4 is this one. So this is one of the side of the triangle, right? Y equal to 4 is one of the side of the triangle, right? And for the third side we are looking, the third side will be formed by x equal to 3. So x equal to 3 is this line, right? This line which is formed. So the area which will be forming by these three lines, the triangle which is forming is this one, isn't it? You can see it. So this triangle's area we are going to calculate, right? Perfectly fine, Joy. So To find the area of this triangle, what we will do? You just solve this one and this one, because here we have 90 degree. So this will be calculated by half into b into h, right? What is the base over here and what is the height? So when you solve y equal to 4 and x equal to y, you will get the coordinate of this. So this is 4. They are intersecting at 4, right? And here this is x is also equal to 4. You can see here. Here x is also equal to 4. So from 3 to 4, here x equal to 3, here x equal to 4. So this will give a unit length. So that's why from here to here, the length is nothing but 1, right? From here to here, let me zoom a little. You can see from here to here, the length is nothing but 1. So for this triangle, the height is 1. And what is the base? This will be the base, right? To calculate the base, we need to see the point of intersection over here. Here x equal to 3 and y equal to 3. So that means at this point y is 3, right? And here y is 4. So this is also, we can say from here to here it's 1, right? So half into base is 1, height is 1. So this can be simply written as half into 1 into 1. So this will give you 1 by 2 square units as the area of triangle. Area of triangle which is found by the area of triangle which is found by these three equations. Which three equations? X equal to 3, y equal to 4, x equal to y, right? This is the area of the triangle, half square units. So this is the answer. So I hope you understand the solution, students. Thank you so much for watching it, and be connected. We'll come up with separate sessions. Okay. Thank you so much. Hi Joe the cat. Thanks for being present into the entire session. And for any query, you can put up into the chat box. You can go through the playlist. There are multiple questions from linear equations in two variables. Yeah, I will try to. Yes, Joy. Yeah, mostly in the morning I'm trying to come into the live sessions, and on holidays, maybe on Saturdays and Sundays, across the day also. Okay, but it's not necessary that you should be present over here. In by any chance, if you are not able to join the live session, you can go through the recordings and you can drop me a message to the chats in any of the video. I am continuously watching it. Okay, I will just respond to your queries. Thank you so much for watching and be connected. Bye bye. Take care. Oh, you have your exam soon. Yeah, you can quickly review. Yes, let me help you out if you find it. If you need my support anywhere, Joy the cat. I am always there. Thank you. All the best for your exams. You have your exams soon, so I will only say just do your hard work and just enjoy this mathematics. Okay. Thank you. Most welcome, Joy the cat. See you. Bye bye. Take care. All the best for your examinations. Have a good day to you too. Yeah, yeah. See you, friends. Bye.